everyone. 12 minutes before 7. A live look this morning at the Philadelphia skyline, where some people in South Philly are complaining that it's taking so long to clean up the neighborhoods after the big weekend storm. City officials say they have a lot of work to do and are moving as fast as they can.
A very good Tuesday morning, everyone, and thank you so much for waking up with the Valley today. Kyle Bosch here with Lisa Bedeau. We're just getting started with nonstop news and weather all the way up to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. And we are following some breaking news for you this morning. 2 people sitting in jail after a fight, and police are trying to figure out exactly what started it.
It happened around midnight in the 1300 block of 3rd Avenue South. One man was hit with a full can of beer and treated for his injuries. 2 others were arrested. Police say 27-year-old Michael Cox is in jail on a charge of aggravated assault. 54-year-old William Owens of Fargo is also being held for resisting a police officer. Also breaking news, a house fire in rural Fingal, North Dakota. The house was vacant and has been for several years.
Fire departments from Alice and Tower City, along with the quick response unit from Buffalo, responded to that fire that happened just before midnight. Now, Cass County Sheriff's Office officials tell us the cause of that fire is still unknown and the fire is under investigation. However, the home did burn down to the foundation. People in Buffalo, North Dakota have hand-delivered 130 signatures to the state health department petitioning against a proposed 9,000-head hog farm. They also got more information about that facility from the health department.
The pig farm plan came as a surprise to some people in Buffalo, and concerns started to build when they uncovered complaints about a similar hog farm owned by the same company in South Dakota. But supporters of the farm say worries about heavy odor are not true. The state health department must approve plans before anything is built, and health officials say they are planning more discussion on this proposal in mid-March.
Coming up on 6:51, time to get a look at weather and traffic on the ones. And we start with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Good morning. Today, more snow showers in store for us, but we are going to experience some pretty mild temperatures to start off our day. You may notice that here on our planner, 20s this morning. That's above the average high for this time of year. So that's the good news. And in addition to that, notice our sunrise is now before 8 a.m. We're getting more daylight as we inch our way very slowly closer to springtime. Mostly cloudy skies and a chance for some light snow this morning. That should be winding down by the noon hour. We'll see maybe even a few peaks of sunshine. Temperatures don't rise a whole lot because of a northwest wind, but eventually we'll start to see it switch directions, get a more warming wind in for tonight. That should help to keep our temperatures up and bring in some milder air for tomorrow as well. Today's high 24 degrees in Fargo. Here's a look at our radar. We've got some snow making its way basically from north to south, maybe a little bit northwest to southeast here this morning. There are some pockets of some heavier snow making their way through, and where you're getting hit by those pockets of heavier snow, visibility is down. And on top of that, we've got some areas where the road surfaces are once again coated with snow. So be careful as you're driving, especially along I-29 from Trail County down into Cass County at this point. So that's going to continue for the next couple of hours. 23 degrees in Fargo, 25 right now in Grand Forks. We're at 19 in Fergus Falls and Wadena, and it's 23 in Valley City currently. And visibility, not terrible, at least not at most reporting sites. Baudette, notice how it's way down to less than 2 miles there. Luckily getting a snow shower moving through, and that's the case. Most places looking good, except for when one of those snow showers makes its way in for today. Here's a look at our planning forecast for the next couple of days. Today, 20s with that chance for some morning snow. Tomorrow, we may see a little bit of snow in the northern valley as a clipper moves through. It'll pass to the north, but it may be bringing us just enough to coat those road surfaces once again for your Wednesday. But that will be melting because temperatures are going to be into the mid-30s, and we stay above the freezing mark, at least for our high temperatures, through Thursday, even into Friday with another round of light snow possible. This weekend still looks mild, temperatures right around 30. Let's check in with Al for a traffic update.
Lisa, I'm eastbound on Interstate 94. Traffic out here on I-94 is really thick right now, particularly westbound East 94, pretty busy as well. Northbound I-29, very thick traffic there as well. Road surface is wet to damp. Overall, things are looking really good. Travel speeds 60 to 65. We're seeing a flurry or two out here. And don't forget, we have 3 stalled cars, one on westbound Interstate 94 between 45th and Vents Boulevard. We have one on the ramp on I-29 off 12th Avenue North onto northbound I-29, pickup stalled there. And then we have one on southbound Interstate 29, just south of the Main Avenue overpass. No lights, no flashers on any of them. Look out for them. Drive carefully today. Willamette Valley today traffic.
6:53 now. Well, whether it's ice or snow or both out on the roads, winter is always a busy time for area street departments.
The Valley Today's Christy Larson joins us live from the Fargo Streets Department with more on how busy they are. Good morning, Christy.
Good morning. Yeah, and we're actually having a shift change here at the Fargo Streets Department. And Lee Anderson and I have been chatting because you guys are going to still be out these next few days trying to clear up some of the snow. What other work are you guys going to be doing out there?
Well, with the milder temperatures, you know, some of the residential areas, the little bit of snowpack that's there is loosened up. We're going to try and get rid of that, so if the temperatures fall back to whatever normal is, that we'll still have good streets to drive on and not driving over a bunch of ice, frozen ice chunks. So that's our goal this week.
It seems to be a lot of back and forth planning and a lot of watching the weather. I know that you guys keep your eyes on it almost as much as Lisa Green keeps her eyes on it.
We're weather addicts. You know, that's all we do is stare at the weather machines or watch weather people. So, yeah, our life revolves around the weather. So, yeah, we pay close attention to it.
So you guys are going to still be out there these next few days, and if people are going to be moving around, you guys also stay out of the way a little bit. Make sure that you guys give them some room.
Well, in snow removal, you know, we do some things that are a little unorthodox. We're not just normal driving. That's not normal driving pattern. So just be aware of that, and we'll all play nice together, and we'll make it a nicer place to drive.
And I think if you guys caught it there, I think he was saying that Lisa Green's his favorite weather person to watch. But again, Kyle and Lisa, so much work that has to be done, even on days when it might not seem like there's much to do out there. They're always out working on improving those road conditions for us.
Lisa Green's my favorite, too.
She's our favorite meteorologist.
That's what I heard him say, too. Christy Larson reporting live. Thank you, Christy. There's some good news for Moorhead taxpayers this morning, thanks in part to low interest rates. The public school district is saving them $18 million.
That means the owner of a $150,000 home will see their taxes increase less than expected, $96 this year and $79 next year. School officials say interest rates came in well below their estimates that they used for the bond. That plan was approved by a public vote back in November. The U.S. Supreme Court has rejected an appeal from North Dakota to revive its proposed restriction on abortions, which would have been the strictest in the nation. The law, which was passed by North Dakota's legislature and signed by the governor, would have banned most abortions after 6 weeks when a fetal heartbeat can be first detected.
The 8th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals rejected the law, blocking it in July. Earlier this month, the Supreme Court also turned away an appeal from Arkansas state officials who sought to revive a similar fetal heartbeat law. Police are trying to locate a man who was involved in a dog attack in Grand Forks to determine if anyone needs rabies shots. It happened at the Lincoln Dog Park Saturday afternoon. Police say one dog bit down on the neck of another dog and wouldn't let go.
The owner of the dog being attacked stabbed and killed the attacking dog, but was also bit while trying to separate the animals. Now, the owner of the attacking dog left the scene with the dead dog, and police want to talk to him to see if his pet was up to date with vaccinations. There are many ways to plan for retirement, but what happens when money you were expecting is drastically cut? The Central States Pension Fund serves UPS drivers, super value workers, Associated Milk producers, and more.
The fund recently sent out a letter saying as of July 1 of this year, pension benefits will be cut in half to, quote, ensure that our fund will continue providing pension benefits for many years in the future.
I don't know what to do. I really don't. I don't know what's going to happen.
Are you scared?
Yeah, I am. I really am.
We understand the pension is a problem. We are in agreement that we could take a cut. We're just not in agreement that 50% is the right amount.
Now, if those benefits really are cut in half, North Dakotans could lose nearly $200 million in benefits.
In this morning's Consumer Alert, a new stroller is aiming to make parents' lives a little easier, but you might want to start saving now if you want it. Designers are working on a self-propelling stroller. Take a look at this. With an electric engine to make it easier to go uphill.
No pushing required. It even follows a parent's movements forward and back. But that's not all. The stroller features a bottle warmer, built-in music and a rocker, internal and external cameras, and 3 different retractable canopies. The price will likely be around $3,000, when the stroller officially launches next year.
That's going to be a celebrity must-have, pretty sure.
I'll stick to the push one for my baby coming up this summer. Well, sweet baby James is returning to the Fargo Dome this summer. James Taylor and his all-star band will be at the Fargo Dome Saturday, June 4th.
Tickets go on sale next Friday at 10 a.m. For more ticket information, just head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. The average teenager owns 3 of these.
The answer, jerseys. If you want to take part in our question of the morning, remember you can head to our Valley News Live Facebook page where we invite you to join the conversation all day long. Just another little outside parkers might have to brush off their cars again this morning.
Oh yeah, another light dusting of snow in some parts. And you know, we had that one Facebook viewer say that visibility was way down where the snow was falling in Clay County earlier. So just be aware that travel might not be ideal once again this morning, but hey, check out this 7-day forecast. We've got 30s to look forward to, multiple days of it coming up to round out the week.
Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. More local news and weather in 25 minutes.
Have a great Tuesday, everybody. We will see you tomorrow morning.